Hi all, I will walk you over Visual Composer Assignment 9 where we will make further changes to the flight schedule model that you created in your last assignment. In this assignment, once a flight is selected, a reservation can be booked by selecting the customer, travel class and travel agency. So first you log on to your Visual Composer and then you open your flight schedule module from last time. Then you go to the search tab, select R3 data services, system destination is OXF, and then you search for book. From here, I have to drag the BAPI S book create from data. And I'll drag this and drop it into the workspace. Select booking data in. From here, only keep carrier ID, connection ID, flight date, customer ID, and then keep class and agency number. From booking data, keep carrier ID, connection ID, book ID, class, and then agency number. So 5 items. And then check return. Keep all of them. Say OK. Now double click on this BAPI and name it book flight. Now drag the booking data import to the workspace and choose the form view. Okay, and name the form book flight. So let me just rearrange this and then drag the output port from flight schedule to the in port of the book flight form. Okay, now I right click on this, the book flight form. I go to define data. Here I have to choose all of them including department time. And I have to change the control type for agency number, class and customer ID to drop down list. So I click on here, choose drop down, click on here, choose drop down, click on agency number, choose drop down. Then I close and go to layout. Okay, then I right click on the agency number field, go to entry list. Here I call it agencies. And in the description, I have to enter a short description. So I will write down, choose the name of the agency. Then I do next. Now in the value, I have to put in a few values. So I will put in the first value as 5 zeros and 100. Okay, and the text is Beaumont and then Brooks Regional Airport. And then I add another value, 5 zeros and 101, and I call it Beaumont Downtown. Okay, I finish. Similarly for class, I do the same thing, right click, entry list, I name it class, travel class actually. In the description I put in choose the travel class. Here I put in some values for travel class. FC is first class. Then I add BC is business class. And then EC is economy class. I finish. I do the same thing for custom ID. I go to entry list. I call it customers. In the description, enter the names of customers, and then I go to the value. I create a few. So KB, when you write ME, then that's you. Okay, so enter your own name. Since my own name has been taken, I am taking the name of Shanita, one of my students. Okay, but for you, when you put in me, you put in your own name. So now I'll go back to the design tab. I'll right click on the book flight input form and I will define data. From here, you see the default value, so you put in the defined value. The default values, you can put in the default values here. Custom ID, make it ME. Class will be your EC, and agency number default is 50101. You choose your default values, okay? And then you close. Next will be you double click on this link. Okay. Now, in agency number, you go to define expression. Remove that. Open data field, open book flight. Then booking data in. Okay. Double click on agency number. This is how it should look. Check. This is valid. Say OK. Same thing you have to do for class. Remove this. Go to data fields. Go to book flight. Then class. Check. Okay. Basically, we are mapping those three to the book flight data. Okay. So please check that custom ID, class and agency number, they are mapped to the book flight booking data in. And then I just say close. Now here is your model now. Take a screenshot of the model and paste it in your Word document. And then you go to the layout tab. Okay. Here, click on the book flight pane. Select the submit button. Okay. And then change the submit to book flight. Now select the carrier ID. Remove the check mark from the visible property. And you have to do the same thing for connection ID. Remove the visible. And then we have to reposition this. So bring book flight down and take these things, rearrange them. You can drag and drop and adjust the height as you like it. So it does not need so much space, so I just make it shorter. You can adjust by highlighting. Say, look, if you click on this pane is highlighted, and then you can select the width, length, reposition, drag items, and do all sorts of things. Okay, now I also have to change the names. So look at here, I change it to carrier ID. Then con ID becomes connection ID. Then FL date becomes flight date. Date time becomes departure time. Custom ID becomes customer ID. Class remains class. And agency number becomes agency. Now your layout should look similar to the one that is given in page 9 of your assignment, which is like this. So I would have the flight schedule, enter location first, from city, from country to city to country, then I have the submit button. Then flight schedule will have carrier ID, connection ID, flight date, departure time. Then I have calendar, and below the pane is called date, and below that I have flight date. Then I have flight details. Within flight details I have date. Okay. Then I have departure time. So it's called time here. I change it to departure time. I'm going by the assignment. Okay. Then I have flight time. I don't see flight time here. I have distance. price, currency, seats, maximum seats occupied, and plane type. I have all of them, okay? Okay, if you see flight time, enter that. If you don't have it, then you can just ignore it. We can go back and fix it, but I'll let it go. Then in book flight, I have carrier ID, connection ID, flight date, departure time, customer ID, class, and agency. Now take a screenshot of this. I don't think you can take a screenshot in one attempt, so take 2 screenshots so that it looks like this. And now you save it, you deploy, try the HTML link. Okay, my flex link is not working properly, so I'll try the HTML link and it comes up here. Okay, so choose, say I choose from Frankfurt, Germany to New York, United States. I submit. So I choose, say, a flight on 6/29/2015, and you can see in the calendar 29 is highlighted. Look at the flight details from here. Departure time, distance, price, currency, everything is available. And then you can see from here I can book the flight for a person here. So I can pick and choose also. So if I go for this, or the default is, for me the default is Shanita. So if I'm booking the flight from Shanita, I'll just book flight. Okay, so take a screenshot with loaded data in it. Okay, and paste it in your Word document. It must show data for every row and column that you have here. Okay, if necessary, take multiple shots. Thank you.